Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Crafting in a Small Space. I am Miranda and this is Small Space Fifth Wheel, and we are in Portland, Oregon. And I, this weekend, finished the cowl. Okay, now look at her. Look at her. Look at her, she's so pretty. Look at her. I guess I should put this way. Look at it. It's so big. It's so plushy and big. It's so plushy and big. Look at it. Mm. It's so big. It's so big. It's so big. I gotta figure out this whole like putting it on and not having it be all crazy. Like, look at this beauty thing. Okay, now I'm gonna lose my whole situation. All right, now here goes the messy hair. So just bear with me. You can also like Uber it. Look at how big it is. It's so big. I love it. And then wait, let's make this the picture, shall we? He says I joke around and pretend like I'm like selling potatoes on the side of the road. But yeah, I finished it, and I don't know if I'm gonna sell it. I'll probably never use it. I have a very big stock of everything that I've ever made. I used to sell stuff all the time. I used to donate stuff, and then they stopped wanting things that were crocheted and knit. They just wanted quilting things so they could wash them easy. And I used to hand things out. Like I used to knit hats like crazy and hand them out to homeless people downtown, but there was a dangerous situation that erupted from that, so I just stopped doing that. So now I have a million hats and all this stuff that I make, and I love this. It's stretched out so much compared to what it was. Like, look how stretched out it is. It was like little balls. Ugh. It's nice and crazed it out. This thing is so cool. It stretched out so much. Like way wider than it was when I was working on it and when it was cast off. Like, it stretched a lot. So now you can double it and put it over your head, which is like absolutely amazing. I love this thing so much. There's the front and the back. I'm not very good at seaming. I mean, not seaming. What do you call it? When you weave in your ends. I weave in my ends just fine. It's just, I always think that I do it, you know, not enough to where you can still kind of see it. And you can definitely turn it like sideways like this and wear it. My hair is just 50 different lengths. I chopped off my, just in the mirror a minute ago, I chopped off the long part of my mohawk because it literally has barely any hairs left, because every time I take a shower, and I don't brush my hair after taking a shower, because that stretches out your hair and damages your hair. So I waited for my hair to dry, and every time I dry my hair, I'm like grabbing it and just kind of slowly sliding my towel out from underneath it, and my hair's literally stretching. I mean, I'm not pulling, I'm literally just kind of going like this, and it just like stretches and snaps. So I'm like, you know, and I cut the tail off that I thought had like a lot of hair on it, and the tail literally had like, there was like this much actual hair, and then the end there was like 10 hairs. Like, it just got skinnier and skinnier and skinnier until it was like 0 hair. So I just, but my hair's kind of pointy in the back a little bit still from what I tried to accomplish. I don't know. I keep wanting to go get my hair cut, but on the days where I don't have to do anything, I really don't want to go anywhere. So I don't know what the hair is going to look like. This is going to stay pointed, even though it is the hottest thing when it's hot outside. And a part of the tip, I cut the tip off, and then I tried to V it, and no matter what I do now, for some reason the V doesn't V. It just looks rounded. It looks like it's going like this, and then it's just being mean. So I need it to be a little longer, then I'll just do another drastic, like, and then just keep growing this to see what I want. I might have them cut this off. I don't know what's gonna happen. But this is the lovely cowl that I made. Isn't she gorgeous? I wanted it to stay a little bit more plump, like the stitches stay plumper, but it decided to do what it wanted to do. Like all the things you make, you know? I like it like this. Ugh. When we go out and I have to be in the cold while he's out doing outdoorsy things, I'm just going to be sitting at camp like this. Would you like to buy my wares? I feel like I should just be selling something at any second, right? But, yeah. I freaking love it. I love it. So, that is my finished objects that I did. We went camping and we go up to Mount Hood where the strip is. There's an airstrip. You know where Timberline Lodge, if you're from this state, Timberline Lodge, well, just a little bit after Timberline, the pull-off for government camp in Timberline Lodge, there's Trillium Lake, which is like a camp. I mean, it's a lake, obviously, a man-made lake. It used to be like a little bitty lake with beaver dam. Then they put like a road over the beaver dam so it held the water in a lot more. So now it's full of water. And when you're at that lake, you look straight up and there's the mountain, and on that mountain is Timberline. Well, we camp Trillium Lake is a little bit farther in, but farther out of that exact road, there is free camping spots where there used to be an emergency airstrip for fighting fires and, you know, an old airport kind of thing. Little airport, little biplane airport, like, not airport, but like airstrip. And so there's like camping all over there, and we camp there. We've camped there for years. 6 or 7 years now, or no, it's only been like 5 or 6 years. And we go there every other weekend, and we were there this time, and usually there's just it's not campsite so much as it's like the woods, and there's a big dirt path, like airstrip in the center. And then on either side and all around, there's little dig-ins where people have made camps, and there's camp rocks made into like fire pit kind of stuff, but there's nothing man-made out there except like a sign that says don't litter. And so we always take the van there and camp, and this time we went there, man, there was because of the forest fire that has hit some, like the grasshopper fire over here, there has been people getting pushed out of other places, and you can stay at this campsite for 14 days without having to move. And we only go there for a few days every, other week or whatever. They were having a stupid freaking music festival up there, and he thought it was just great. But it was called Why Not Portland, and it was supposed to be at, not Timberline, the other one. I don't know, though the other snow park that I never remember what it's called. Because it got damaged in the fire and stuff, they had to move it over there. And so it was house music, which was non-stop, like as loud as possible. And for 3 days I had the most horrible nausea and freaking headache because the sound that regardless of what music they were spinning with it, because it was a bunch of live DJs and a bunch of like raver, like hippies. It was just, the music wasn't bad. It was that pulse. It was just making me so sick because it literally reverberated in the van or outside the van, and it was just like nonstop. And one of the people that were next to us, I don't like talking to people when we're camping. He doesn't either. And we put up a rope, we put up cones, like, don't come over here, don't mess with us. Last time, not this time, but the time before that, somebody literally came in the middle of the night, walked up to the camp with a flashlight, and he flipped out. It's like, nobody, have you ever camped before? Do not ever walk up to somebody's camp in the pitch black with a flashlight, and then once we see you, say, oh, we wanted to know if we could borrow a flash or a lighter. No, go away. But these people were just like all over the place and very boundary free, which I hated. And the people that were next to us, they were in the next spot over, and there was a lot of logs that divided us. But one of the girls, who was like ultra freaking came over and like literally sat down in our chair and started talking, and I'm like, this is too much, not happening. If I am going somewhere where I'm going to meet people, I will talk to people, but if we're camping, we're trying to be away from people. Clearly we're not in the city, we're trying to be away from people. And for the next 3 days, every time this girl wanted to wash herself, she would literally strip down completely naked, and he's like, oh, he's sitting in his chair, I'm sitting in my chair, and we're just looking over, and there's her bush. If we're not part of the festival, they took over the campgrounds, Trillium Lake free campground area. There's people that were there camping that were not into that, and she's just walking around butt-ass naked, washing herself and like walking around and talking to people like in her camp, but like there's nothing blocking. This time there wasn't kids camping there in a random fashion, because there was us, there was an older guy in his camper, and there was a lady that at the end in her camper that had nothing to do with it, and there was somebody way at the other end that had nothing to do with it. And I'm like, if you want to be naked, go walk off into the woods and wash yourself. Like, I would do very well in a naturist community of people who are doing that. I wouldn't have a problem with that, but I know him and the comments comparing me and them. I was waiting for that, and weirdly it didn't happen. So I'm okay, but don't get naked in front of people that are not in your same realm. Like, come on. Like, come on. I was waiting for, like, that's what that's supposed to look like, or whatever, but anyway, the music was just way too much, and the lights were beautiful. They had these really cool neon lights, or not neon lights, lasers and all this kind of stuff. It was really cool. That part of it was cool, especially at night, and it looked really pretty in the trees, and the cool pathways they had lit up and everything, and we went over there, and they were really friendly, and we were friendly to them. Not this lady, but like everybody getting combined. It was the only bad part for me was the boundaries this one chick had, and her naked stuff going on. And apparently the guy that she was with was doing it too, and my boyfriend told me about it. He's like, oh, you missed it, he was doing the same thing. And I'm like, what the hell? And it was just that pulsing, and it's just, he likes to eat a lot when we're camping, and I don't eat as much as he does, and he just eats a lot, and I'm like always like, oh my god, he's making food again. But it tastes good, and it's good, but it's just, it was a very big overload this weekend. But I finished that cowl. So my plan was to do the same thing, but now that I've done it, I don't want to do it anymore. My plan was to take the same color base, because black was the base, because it was these two colors, and I have like a bunch left over. So I'm going to ditch the red, and my plan was to make another of that same pattern, but in these, but this isn't green enough. When you crochet this up into squares, it is actually really green, but next to this, I don't know if I would like it because of how much blue there is. Plus, I already made that cowl. I don't need to make another one, so I'm going to make a cowl out of one of these colors. I'll probably do the green, because this I'll do during more of the winter time, because I like doing winter colors during winter time. And so I'll save this one. I was actually mulling it over until now. So I'll save this one, and I will knit a cowl with, I don't know what pattern yet, with this one, because in 2 days we're going again camping. We're never home. We're never home. My baby is literally sleeping on me right now. She's like having herself a little sleepy poo on my lap while I get a few minutes to do this while he's outside. I was resting on a cup, on a charger, on that Beetlejuice holder. Okay. So this I'm going to save till winter. There we go. This I'm going to save till winter. This I'm going to start a project with before we go, is I've been making a bad habit out of bringing the yarn with me that I want to make an item out of, and then when I get there I have not solidified what pattern I want to do, and then I spend hours looking on Pinterest and other things for patterns. So this time I'm going to go straight to it. Plus I also have these. I have a bunch of these different colors. I've already made a cowl with the orange of this, but I have this one that looks really horror movie-ish, and I usually start making stuff for the holiday or just to theme in my mind for the holiday on the holiday. So that's why I made that cowl, the red and black cowl, now, so that I would have it for when the weather changes, because if I make it when the weather changes, I'm not going to finish it in time enough to use it. So this is kind of horror movie to me. It makes me think of like just the aftermath. And then this is very, I have the orange of this, but I've already used the orange of this, and it's very pumpkin-y and beautiful, but this makes me think of like a pumpkin patch as well, or, you know, just witchy vibes. I don't know. But I may start a cowl out of one of these. This makes a perfectly fine one, or I could make a hat out of it. But I've been wanting to knit a lot of cowls lately because I love the circular knitting. It is so therapeutic for me. I love that circle of joy. There is some yarn that I have that is not, that I could make into a triangular shawl, but I don't know yet. I might make that into another cowl. I have a whole cowl corner coming along. The next time I go into my storage unit, hopefully I will have a phone holder in there and I can prop it up. And if there's nobody else in the vicinity, I can make a video and I can show the cowls that I've made up till now. And then from here on out, I'll have a little segment every now and then called Cowl Corner of the cowls that I'm finishing, because that's my favorite. It's my favorite knit. So I may make one out of these. One of these, probably this one. I really like this. Just makes me think of like metal and Hellraiser kind of like movies, and I don't know, this one makes me kind of think of Alice in Wonderland or Wizard of Oz. I don't know why, but I'll probably use this and make one out of this. But I still am clipping along on my little cowl that I'm making in the gem colors, that one with the really fingering yarn. I'm still working on that one because that's like my camping knit. But this time I wanted to just kind of like finish this as my thicker camping knit. So I made sure just to work on this and get it completely done. My first idea was to exhaust all of the yarn, but then I realized that no matter how thick it is, it's not going to be as bulky when it's just singular as I wanted it to be. Like just like this, it's not going to be big like I wanted it to be. I don't know why I thought the stitches were a little bit like they'd gather a lot more and make it a lot more like puffy and fluffy based on, woo, sorry Lita, she just freaked out. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, my baby. Ugh. The stupid fan that I've got going on right now is I had to buy a new fan because my fan started like making smoke. We leave the fan on like all the time. It's gonna fall. It's like blowing in the wind or something. I thought that the stitches, based on how it was holding while I was knitting it, would stay gathered a lot more than they do. But once you get it off, it like really stretches out. But it's still pretty. I mean, if I made a bubble stitch hat once, and the bubbles stayed perfectly fine and bulky. Mostly. They mostly come at night. Mostly. I love this thing. Jeez, it's pretty. So pretty. See, I was going to make a black and green one, too. I might still make a black and green one, but I don't know if this would really show up as super, I guess it would be like ultra green. But if the next time I make one with this pattern, I'm going to not make it the double kind. I'm not going to make it this long. I'm going to make it literally neck size. So not this wide. Half these stitches probably. Let's see what half the stitches would look like. Maybe like that big. See, it would still be bulky. See, I maybe have to go in a lot more, like that much. Let's see, is it gonna... Because I want it to stay kind of gathered like this. But with, if I was to take all of this and put it on there, it'd be like way up here. Yeah, probably. Because you don't want it like against your face. That's actually a nice number. Let me count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13, it would be this wide. 13 groups, and then I will do... Should I do black and blue? I was just going for like flannel. I was just making it look kind of like a flannel-y thing. But I think black and green would be very like, you know, Christmas tree, Christmassy. But I could also do the black and blue. I'll have to have him be my tiebreaker later. So I will do it with 13 of these. Let's see how tall I'd want it. Maybe like a few rows taller. Maybe 1, 2, 3. Maybe 3 rows taller than this. And only 13 stitches. I mean 13 repeats. My bad. I'm so trying to talk. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do this as fast as possible. He hasn't come in. He's playing with his new grinder. I have these little Flibberty gibbets now. Like when I try to put my hair down. I have these little... And they like go this way. Where's that one? Where's that one? Where's that one? See them? My little Flibberty gibbets. It does it when I'm not trying to show it. But they're these little thingies that go outward. They look really funny. It also looks like I have micro hair. Because of the clump. It's just so bulky right here. I hate the bulk. I just want it to be like that. Oh, so much better. I hate that bulk. My hair is so soft and flyaway that when you try to put a barrette in it just kind of slides out. Okay, 13 stitches and... Maybe like 4 more, 3 more. I said 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, like 3 more. Okay, so shoot, should I do? Now I'm gonna like spaz out. Would it look good? Better with the black and green. Or the black. Ooh, look how flashy that blue is with that. Ooh, I like it. This might be a thing. Here's hoping I have enough of this. I don't know if this is exactly half, but I have to, because I just made that insane thing and used half of it. Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be cute? Who knows what's gonna happen now? My brain is all broken. Dang. I'm gonna do a blue one. I'm gonna do a black and blue one with that stitch count. That's awesome. See, you just gotta talk it out sometimes. You don't even need an answer. And then I will figure out a knit pattern for this. What cowl I want to do. I've pretty much just been taking hat patterns and just making them into cowls. The thing is I would really like somebody out there that is watching to I need usually somebody to like tell me why something goes the way that it does, and there are flat patterns. And you know how you always do like that purl on the reverse side? My brain logically says if it's purl on the other side, if you're doing a cowl, that's just a knit row. But I mean, that's what my brain says that you're supposed to do. But I'm not the kind of person that will work up a big giant piece of work and then see what I don't like about it, rip it out, and do it again. I'll do that with my crochet, but I won't do it with knitting. With knitting, I will do it if I can 100% like make it happen. And then next time I'll do maybe something a little different. Not like, this completely sucks, I'm taking the whole thing out. I've done that a few times and I'm just like, oh, it's pretty bad. Alright, I'm gonna go. I talked too long already anyway. Alright, for this Karen Blossom Cakes, I am recording myself saying that I am using the US 9 5.5 circular knitting needles on here. And then for this one's going to be way different. This thing says US 6 4.4 millimeter. But this stuff is a little thinner than... This stuff's thinner than 4 might be good. I don't know. I'm excited because when I get to start new patterns, I can whip up the first third of it in no time. and then it takes me a little bit of mojo to be like, okay, we need to work on this because we need something good. And then when it gets to be like that last third, I'm like, oh my gosh, we're almost done. We get to do a new pattern if you just do the rest. And so then I'm like, okay, we're done. And with this, I did probably when we were out, I did so many repeats to finish it. And that's a lot of stitches. If I would have known now how it went, I don't know if I would have made it as wide as I did, but it works so that you can double it. So here, we go. There we go. So, okay, I hope everybody's having a good day and actually working on a project. Doom scrolling on Pinterest is fine, but doom scroll if you don't have a project. Because I will see myself doom scrolling and I'll be like, no, think of all of the minutes I just wasted. I could be knitting or crocheting. I just dread when it gets to be quilting season because I barely have a place to do that, and I really want to make... I have this vintage, it's not vintage at all, I swear it's not vintage at all. It is a print of vintage looking Halloween stuff, like old-timey pictures of Halloween. It's really beautiful, and I want to make some knitting bags out of it for myself. I want to make myself a bigger one. I keep making myself knitting bags that are probably like that big, and then the project and the thing doesn't fit in it, and I'm always working on stuff like this. And even though I do have my new gorgeous like Uber basket, sometimes I want a soft little bag to sit on the bed. And plus that fabric was meant to be that since the day I bought it. So, see you later. Have a good day. Bye-bye.